This is Angie Quidden with That's My Entertainment, and I'm here with Cas Anvar from The Expanse.
Yep.
And season 3 is coming on SyFy, and I just can't wait because the war's coming.
Unfortunately, the war is coming. Yeah, I can't wait either. It's gonna be pretty much of a knockdown, drag-out season.
So, to talk a little bit about why you're here at Wondercon today, we're talking about the science of The Expanse.
Yeah.
And the show is one of my favorites because if you're a big sci-fi nut, you'll understand that most sci-fi shows, their science isn't really fact-based. It's kind of out there. So tell us a little bit about why you're here. What are you going to talk about with the cast? Besides that season's, this big thing's happening on season 3.
Right.
But, it's one of the hit shows on SyFy. So tell me a little bit what's going on.
Basically, a season 3 tease to kind of give people an idea of what's going on in season 3. But there's going to be a lot of discussion about the science that goes into the show. The people that, like yourself, that watch this show are one of the things that they love most about it is how accurate our science is, and we go to a lot of trouble. Our creators, Narain Shankar, our showrunner, the two creators of the novels, Ty Daniels and Ty Frank and Daniel Abrams, who are James S.A. Corey. Collectively, they're huge science buffs. And then Narain's a physicist, a PhD, and was a scientist before he became a writer. So everything that goes into the scripts, as much as is possible, is scientifically accurate. And a lot of that gets shown in little tiny details in the show itself. We don't kind of hit people over the head with it. We don't kind of like go, wow, look at all this realism. It's just in their background there. You'll see what it's like to live in an asteroid that has spin gravity as opposed to regular kind of gravity, which changes how you're affected. What it's like to be in zero gravity, right. What it's like to live in a ship that has no shields and gets punctured by a PDC projectile and your air starts venting. What it's like to be compressed by very high G-forces, which is what would happen if you're in some sort of a dogfight in space where you're moving at extreme speeds. You're going to be plastered against your seat. It's going to be an extremely difficult physical challenge just to endure that, let alone survive it.
Now, a little bit about season 3. Your character has developed over the season, and now, we're talking about war. So can you tell me a little bit without spoiling it, what's going to happen to your character?
No, I would never spoil it because it's pretty exciting. Alex has gone through a big change since the beginning of the series. He started basically as a kind of he called himself a glorified bus driver. He was a person kind of running from his past, running from his home world of Mars. He had this itch to fly. He always knew what he had inside him, but he never really was given the opportunity to believe in himself. And then circumstances threw him into the fire, and he had to rise to the occasions, as did everyone in the Rossi crew. They're all misfits, broken, damaged people running from their lives, and we're forced into a very strenuous situation that basically has us fighting for each other and for our lives. We then created this family that is the Rossi crew, and Alex realizes that this is something that is the most important thing to him ever, more than his own family back home. And he will do whatever it takes to keep that family together. And that's what season 1 and season 2 was all about. Now, season 3, they've become kind of a well-oiled, honed fighting machine. They work as a unit now. They work as a team. And we have a lot of action under our belts. We're much more experienced. We've gone through all sorts of horrific experiences together and come out the other end. And now, we tried everything we could possibly do to avoid interstellar war. But it looks like somebody out there just wants it, doesn't want to listen to us. So we get caught in the middle of it, and we do our best to, stay alive and also figure out how can we bring this thing to an end with as little loss of life as possible. But you have 3 races going to war against each other in a brutal environment of the Earth's solar system. It's a pretty chaotic and dangerous place to be.
Well, we're really looking forward to season 3. When is it premiere?
We do our official premiere is April 11th on SyFy Network, and I think we're now at 9 p.m. So you can get to bed a little earlier.
Perfect. Well, this is Angie Quidden with That's My Entertainment. What's yours?
Hi, this is Cas Anvar from The Expanse. That's My Entertainment. What's yours?